Today we are going to, what the hell, excuse me. Today we're going to swatch the Bloom palette, and I'm thrown off because I tried to do a thing and it didn't work out, and I am extremely frustrated because it worked before. And maybe because I was rushing to be here, I don't know. But I'm gonna do the intro, giving YouTube time to notify people that I'm here. And excuse my mood, y'all. Like, seriously, I didn't mean to turn you all the way over there. I'm putting this on top of my laptop. Hey, Sarah. And then I'm going to move you in a little bit closer. And yes, you're tilted, and I apologize for that. So, hello and welcome. My name is Dion. I'm not always this way. I'm always a little off, but the way my mood is now is not how it usually is. So I do apologize for that. I call this the Crazy Troll Nation. The crazy, knowing it's okay to be your authentic self, and even if you're going through something, still do what you normally do, and that's what we're doing today. So we're here. Be your authentic self and know that you are okay the way that you are. The troll part of the Crazy Troll Nation is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain brand or a certain tool or a certain technique. Use whatever you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. Because here at the Crazy Troll Nation, we are about self-acceptance and self-love, embracing our natural features, enhancing them if we want to, when we want to, but never feeling like we have to. Love yourself for who you are, hey Janet, and for how you look even when you're not wearing face paint. That's what we stand for here. Two things to know about me if you are new here. First of all, thank you again for being here. I see you. I appreciate you. Replay crew is amazing. And I curse sometimes because I do curse. And the other thing is there's an organism that lives in my throat that randomly hiccups, gurgles, and belches, and I do try to always be aware of it to say excuse me. Sometimes one does get past me. I'm still dealing with some congestion, and so the throat thing has kind of been on hiatus for the most part. But for right now, I'm going to take my 8 o'clock meds. I usually take them right before, but I was trying to do a thing that did not work out, and that's why I'm frustrated. But I have water, I have tea, and I have Mountain Dew. So I do have my sponge tip applicators over here as well, because we are going to swatch the palette. I do already have an idea for the palette. For those of you who just popped in, I'm going to show you the palette. I opened it, I looked at it, and I put it back in the box. And so this is how they come from Natasha's website. Sometimes I get her stuff like in 2 days, but this time it took like 4 or 5, and then it comes in this inside the box, and then it has the palette. It was an impulse buy. I do not recommend impulse buys ever, because I just think that's the way that we can end up wasting money, is just impulse, just buying something we may not like. And I'm not saying that I think I'm not going to like it. I'm just saying it was an impulse buy. Packaging, as always, Natasha knows how to do packaging. The colors and the formulas are on the back. I did write them down, and 2 of them were kind of curious to me, and so we will talk about it when we get to it. Yes, I'm looking on the back of the box against what? Okay. She had also on the website, it gave a breakdown of what the shadows were, and 2 of them said something different than the shadow actually is. And that's what I was just checking on the back of the box. And so I did write down the finishes and what the shades were described as. Hey, Grace. And I'm checking against the back of the box to see if it says the same thing, because 2 of the things really didn't, 3 actually didn't look like what it said. Yeah, so the back of the box is correct. On her website, it was different. All right, so we're going to open this up, and I'm going to show y'all what it looks like. And then I'm going to show y'all something else that came in the mail this week. This is, and again, we know she knows packaging. I started watching Allie Dawson's video today, and what she was saying was it should have been, or she thinks it would have been nice if there were 1 or 2 greens in here. Because even though this is the Bloom palette, the flower blooms, this is her spring released. But when you think about the entire flower, you have the stem, and the stem is green. So it depends on how you want to look at it. Do you want to look at the flower blooming, or do you want to look at the entire flower, including the stem? So I understood what she was saying. And so this is what it looks like on the inside. When I opened it in the box, when I took it out of the box, and for some reason I took it out upside down. Hey, Tanya. And then I flipped it right side up and opened it. There's like shadow all right here. Like, I don't know, why is there shadow right here? You see that? And it's not even rubbing off. What the hell? And so when I opened it right side up, this shadow, the one that Natasha pointed out, Equinox, duochrome, whatever, shifts blue. But in videos I saw, it didn't look blue to me. But anyway, this shadow, the whole pan was shifted. So if I would have opened it upside down, it would have been on the mirror part. Like, seriously, it was not adhered to the sides of the pan. Like, the whole thing was just loose. And so I just put a paper towel over and pressed it in, and it looks to be okay. So we are going to, no, I did not. This is how it came to me. I did not rearrange it. This is how it sells. And so Allie and other people were saying too how the pictures, yeah, when I do lives on my phone, for some reason, it's backwards. I don't know why. It's not something I'm doing. So the pictures that Natasha promoted were lighter than pictures like on IG that people were saying. I'm saying this according to what I see in their videos. So they're saying it looked like it was a light palette and peachy, and then other people were saying, showing pictures of where it looked darker. And so they were like, okay, what color is it really? And so this is what it looks like. Y'all know this ain't my color story. And as I mentioned, it was an impulse buy. I had even told Bestie, I'm not buying that palette. Next thing I know, I'm going to purchase the palette. But I do have an idea for it, which is good because my mind is already going. This one is a little flaky because I just saw some flakes up here, this shade. So, but what else came this week was this box right here from City Beauty. Y'all, when I like something, y'all know I'm going to use it, and I paid for this. Okay, I made a purchase. And y'all know I really like something if I'm going to buy it, especially from a brand, if I'm getting PR and I'm still spending my money on the brand. And so what I ordered was, they had a bundle with the night lip oil and their clear gloss. And y'all seen this before, so we're not going to spend a lot of time on it. Where's my scissors so I can open this? And it was, the gloss by itself is $35. And so this is just this one. And this one is just clear. And it's the Plumping Lip Gloss. And it's $35, like full price. I always post when they have sales. And the night oil, I think, is $39. So it would have been $74. The bundle, and I do believe the bundle's always there. The bundle was $62, so that saved me some money. And that's what this one is. I am down to here on the one I'm using. The PAO was 6 months, and April, I think the 6th or something, will be 6 months. And so I will have used the one I have up within 6 months, which is great. And so that's why when they sent me the day oil, I only opened one instead of two, because I don't want to waste, because this stuff is expensive. So these individually would have been $74. The bundle was $62, so I already saved money, and they had a 15% code. So I'm like, oh, heck yeah. And so y'all know I hate paying for shipping. Ooh, I got a $10 off. Okay. One-time code is valid on any full-size City Beauty product and cannot be combined with any other discount. Expires. Y'all, this says offer expires on 12/31/24. Trash. Y'all know I hate paying for shipping, and shipping was like $6.95, I think. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute. What can I get? This was $10. I'm gonna put this in my kit, and it's a 3-bubble sample of the lip glosses, and you were able to pick between 3 different groupings. So I got this one because it was the most colorful. I do have Orchid. That one does show up lavender-ish or whatever it's supposed to be. This one is South Peach, which on me is just a nude. and this one is Coral Sunrise. And so this is going to go on my kit because I do think this will be fun. Yeah, so this was $10. I'm like, Jesus. But at least I got something for my money instead of paying $7 for shipping. Pay $3 more, and I got something I can put in my kit. So that's that. So let's get into this palette. All right, we're going to start the swatching. Hopefully nothing's fragile because y'all know sometimes I get a little aggressive with my stuff. And my desk is looking crazy. Next Monday, we're doing our palette roundup for, hey Tony, for February. Yeah, this is March. For February. And so I have those palettes on my desk. And I talked about that in the video that I had done. And so let me get my trash bag over here. My trash can, actually, since I'm at my desk. So we're going to start swatching these and we're going to see. And from looking on the back of the box, I don't know, like, why is there, like, shadow in different places on this palette? Now, I showed you this side. Like, why? I don't know. Looking on the back of the box, like, the three that did not say what it was, well, it said what it was, but it wasn't what it really was. But everything else seemed to be that. So in this palette, we have M, which is metallic. We have CM, which is creamy matte. And SF is sparkling foil. And SKM is, hey Lock, is the silky matte. So those are the 4 formulas in this palette. I'm on the fence with, I think it might be the sparkling foiled or the silky matte. I'm not sure. But one of them I'm kind of iffy about from her other palettes. And so we're going to start here. And I feel like maybe I should tilt you down. I don't know. So this one is Fluorescence, and this is a metallic medium vivid tangerine. Let me know if any of you are thinking of getting this palette. So metallic medium vivid tangerine, and that's what that looks like on me. I don't think I've seen anyone darker than me use this palette. And so I don't know. So that's what that looks like. Oh, I'm thinking like ethereal already. This is Bark, which is a creamy matte medium dark gingerbread brown. That's a lot of words. Matte medium dark gingerbread brown. So we're going to swatch this one. You know what I should do? I should do the mattes in one place, because some of these shades I think will look similar. Like, I think this one is not far off from that one, and I think this one is not far off from that one. And we know that she does that. She'll put similar shades, but they have like just different undertones. So we're going to do the mattes over here, and we're going to kind of group the shimmers together. So this is Bark. We're going to put Bark over here. I like this shade because y'all know I like dark. I like Bark. I like that. I'm wondering if I want to skip around. What I'm going to do is the ones that I think will show up similar, I'll put those together. Let's see. So we're going to take Keen. Keen is described as, it's a creamy matte light medium nude tangerine is what this, I do love her creamy matte formula. I really do. We're going to put this one over here. Okay, this will be a blend out shade, or maybe under brow bone for me. Thank y'all for being here, and thank you for the thumbs up. This one is Ren, and it's a creamy matte medium coral pink. Y'all know I don't be doing these pinks. When I ordered this, we're going to put this down here because we might put something in between to compare the colors. Y'all know good and well. I don't be wearing these colors. But I do have an idea for it, and I do think it's going to be good. I'm still surprised that I really I need a nude. Like, what the hell? Like, y'all know. I think because it is very unique to my collection. I don't have anything like that in my collection. So this is Ren. We're going to take, oh, this is done. We're going to go into Fleur. This shade here, and this, On the website, it says it was a metallic. The back of the box says DC, which is dual chrome. So that's what I forgot. So we have metallics in here, creamy matte, sparkling foiled, and dual chrome. Light pink with ivory, excuse me, dual chrome light pink with icy ivory shift. Damn, okay, that's this one. These are not flaky, I love it. We're going to put this, does that look like anything else in here? Not really. We're going to put this over here. I can smell the glue in this palette. You saw Karen use it? I know she did a dark look. She always does like dark looks. Yeah, I haven't seen her. Like she hasn't popped up in my feed. So that again is dual chrome light pink with icy ivory shift. Maybe that's the icy shift. All right, we're gonna move down here. This is crisp. Crisp is described as sparkling foil dual chrome coral with gold. Yeah, it is shiny for real. Actually, her metallics and dual chromes usually are shiny, and the silky matte sometimes are. But yeah, ooh, she's done flaked off. What? We're gonna put this in the center. Y'all, I don't know. Y'all know I'm gonna knock some looks out, and we're gonna see. I think this might challenge me. On me, y'all, this is not really a color. I see it here, but is it the light? You know what I mean? Because the light is right behind my phone. I think this is going to challenge me like Xenon did. Challenge me to do different shapes, different combinations, do graphic stuff, and all of that. That's what I think this palette is going to do for me. This one is Lush, and Lush is described as a sparkling foil light nude apricot or apricot, depending on how you pronounce it. We don't have anything similar to this, so we're just going to put this right here. I don't know, y'all. I'm turning the light down while tilting it some. Was that this one? Lush? Light nude apricot. Y'all, I don't know. I'm curious about this palette, but I found my sweet spot for eyeshadows. Yeah, I'm in my sweet spot too, Tony. I think I have like 60 something. And last we did like the collection thing, I had like 81. So I have been getting rid of stuff. This is Brick, and this is a creamy matte medium bright terracotta. I've also been looking at looking at the videos, most of them did comparisons with Natasha's other ones. This is nothing like I Need a Warm. This is nothing like, what was the one? Retro. It was nothing like, this is nothing like none of theirs. And in Allie's video, like she pointed out, like from one palette, this shade looked like a possible dupe for one shadow in another palette, and then it was like one other shade that could be duped with one other palette for something. But even though a lot of people are like, oh, that looks like such and such, seeing them side by side, it ain't it. Like this is completely different, except maybe those two shades, and each one was from a different palette. And so this is like its own color story. So we are, okay, that one's done. We are going to, this is Rue, and Rue is described, okay, see, wait. Her website said sparkling foiled, but the description says metallic. So let's look on the back of the box. Yeah, the box says sparkling foiled too. Sparkling foiled is its own thing. Sparkling foiled is a different formula than a metallic. So I don't know what this one is, but I'm thinking it's a metallic. I don't know, but we'll see what it looks like. This first shade is a metallic. So we'll see how that looks with that. So it's described as a sparkling foiled, but that's a metallic. It looks to be the same formula as that one, and that's a metallic. I missed the comment. Hit the wrong button. I'm loving Blend Bunny, Dion Lorah, and Unearthly. Yeah, and Blend Bunny, y'all, they do pressed pigments, so I know not to even look at them. I did buy some when they were 50% off to use for a giveaway, but I'm starting to second guess. Yeah, you know I'm waiting, Tony. We got some collabs to do. Um, what was I going to say? What was I saying? I don't know. This one is Floss, maybe. It only has one S on the end, and this is described as a creamy matte medium vintage rose. I love her creamy matte formula. We're going to put this over here. That's nice. What may savor for me are these darker tones. Hey, Janessa. I sent y'all a text, Janessa. I'm frustrated, like very, like I don't understand like what happened. But so that's that. And now we're gonna come down here to Petal. This may or may not show up for me. Petal is a silky matte formula, SKM, silky matte light salmon. Do y'all say salmon or salmon? Because saying salmon, which is how I was raised hearing it, it completely leaves out the L. And so we're going to put this under this shade that looks like it's not friggin' there. It's a little lighter. I don't even remember what that one was. I want to say it was this one. I want to say it was this shade. Yeah, I want to say this is this one. And this is this one. Silent L for me. Salmon. Yeah. Yeah, they do look the same. So I'm glad I did it this way, just trying to group them how they look like they might go with something else. This one is Ember. This is pretty. This is sparkling foil, and it's described as sparkling foil medium brick. I don't think I'm going to like this palette. I mean, because where are we going to put this? Is a metallic. It is darker than these two. So let's just put this down here by itself. Ooh, that does look like a brick. Is that what it's called? No, it's Ember. Why am I talking about a brick? It looks orange to me. That looks orange to me. It's described as medium brick. Oh, that's why I said brick. There's a shadow. This is called brick. This one is Ember. But to me, that looks orange. That brown and that shade under your nose is up my yeah. That looks orange to me. But it's described as a medium brick. Okay, that one is done. We're going to swatch Robin. And Robin is described as, it says it's a silky, SKM, silky matte medium dusty coral. I think I'm going to put that over here. And if so, I think that's this one that's already there. So we're going to put this here. Yeah. No. Actually, because this is a matte. So why did I put that under a shimmer or metallic? We're going to put that down here too. So this is Robin. I can't see one of them shades. Yes, these light shades for me that I'm like, I can't see that second shade. Let's just put it right here. You don't. But if I want to blend out shade, I got them. But I don't need 3 of them. This one is Clover. I think I'm gonna like Clover. Clover is, the website said SKM, which would be silky matte. On the box, it says CM, which is creamy matte. I don't know which one it is. We're going to put this one. Is it closer to this or this? I think it might be closer to this. We're going to put this here. Even though sometimes people are annoyed that she might have 2 shadows that look the same, just like these are similar too. But the way she does her undertones, there's something for everybody. Like, okay, you might not like that one shade, but then there's another one similar with the undertone that you like. And so I do understand if that's what she's doing. I do understand that it makes sense to me because those two do look the same. This looks a little deeper, a little more purple. But will they look the same on the eye? That's the question. So we only got one more, and I'm going to put it sideways because this is the one that was like out the pan. And so what it looked like is that when I opened it upside down, that it had came up, it was on here, but when I opened it right side up, it had just went back into the pan, but it was clearly, it was not attached to the pan. Like the whole block was just shifted. And so that's Equinox, the one that she highlighted, which is a sparkling foil, SF, sparkling foil dual chrome peach with turquoise blue shift. I didn't see, and the videos I did watch, they were like, oh, you see that shift? I didn't see the shift, but y'all know my eye perceives color different, and I'm being gentle with it. I'm kind of just tapping and swiping very lightly. I didn't see the blue shift. Give me your overall thoughts on this palette. I will once I'm done swatching. My first thought was, this is not my color story, and y'all know it's not. It was an impulse buy, which I don't recommend, but I do think it's going to challenge me, like Xenon did, to do something different. So this is Equinox, and I don't know why she highlighted that, because like in her video, she was like, look out for such and such shade dual chrome, but then there's one other dual chrome in this palette. Two. There's two other dual chromes in here. Fleur is a dual chrome. This one right here, it says, and which other one is a dual chrome? Crisp is a dual chrome. So this shade in this corner and this shade up here are dual chromes. And so like, why highlight this one to be like, look out for, you know, whatever. But I mean, do I see blue? Like, I don't, y'all know I perceive color different. I guess I see it blue. So what does it say? Peach with turquoise shift. I do see the peach. I do see the turquoise. But when I see it on the eye, like to me, when I look at it like this, it just looks silver. You know what I'm saying? When I look at it straight on, it just looks silver. And so I guess that's the shimmer blue that people keep talking about. Because they're always like, oh my gosh, you see the blue? This is so pretty. This is so pretty. And I'm like, what? Like, I don't see it, but okay. What we're going to do, we're going to take Bark, which is this shade right here. And we're going to put this down here. And we're going to put Equinox on top of it. And see what that's going to look like. And so I'm just like, If you like lighter tones and just like, you know, because this could be outer corner, could be lash line for those who don't use darker colors. But if you're into peachy type tangerine coral, then yeah, this is for you. And now we're going to go into Equinox. We're using the same side of the sponge tip that we used before. And we're going to put this on top. And that's what that does. It doesn't even look like a dual chrome to me anymore. Does it? Because this way looks one color. But then this way, don't be looking at my nose. I say as I flare. So yeah, I guess so. Looks more like MAC blue brown. Yeah, deep base might help that peachy blue pop. And that's why I put it over the darkest shade in here. And it didn't pop. Yeah, the shade underneath was this one. So let's try it with Clover. And then I'm going to tell you what my idea is for this palette. Put this under here. I keep placing it where you'll be looking up my nose. That's not intentional, I promise. We're going to go back into Equinox. And we're going to put that on top. So putting it over top of another shadow as a topper, it does cause it to look different because this looks totally different than here. And so that's an option. So thank you for those who are like, put it over a base, because it does change the color of the shadow, which gives me options. And I usually don't top shadows, so that's something I'm gonna have to be aware of to do. But I don't think I'll forget with this one because The only thing I would use this for is in a corner, the way it looks by itself. Or maybe a line under my brow. But as far as putting it on the lid, it's good to know it looks different over different shadows. So that's that. So this is Bloom. These two look alike. This one and was it this one? And one of them I can't even see. Like right here I see the some type of color. And that one is lighter than this one. This one is the one up top. This one here is this one. I do like these. Will these look the same side by side on the lid? I think yes. I do like how this one looks. This one would look nice with this if you want to do a monochromatic look. I do like this color, but it looks orange to me. A lot of light tones, and so I may just end up layering a lot because when I turn this way, this one I can't even really see. And when I turn here, it's like, what is that? And this is just like blah to me. It's just a shine but no color. At least this does have like a color. But we're gonna work it. We're gonna work it. I will say I'll do at least 5 looks. Am I committing to that right now? I don't know. But knowing that layering this changes it, it might change for some of this is that's a matte. It might change the colors for these two as well because they're not showing up on me. And I look at this like I knew they weren't going to show up on me. Just like I got golden. But I really like golden once I put in some of the Star Palette shadows in there. So what my idea for this is, and I was excited that I had an idea for this palette. Because y'all know sometimes I do switch palettes. Bronze palette. I do like the looks I did with this, but they were all monochromatic. It's a monochromatic palette. What did you expect? I know. And I waited forever. I just got this last year because every time I looked at it, I'm like, it's going to blend in to my skin tone, which it does. You like the color story of the side your face has clover on it. Which one is clover? Clover, this side. Yeah, those are my colors, but this is... And so, and I even took a picture of this with Bloom, and I'm going to hold it up together. You do love a peachy palette, but I think I'm going to hold off for a bit. And I should have, y'all. I didn't use a code, a discount, nothing, and it was a straight impulse buy. So I did spend $65 for that. But looking at this palette, some of these do show up the same on me. Every look, like especially like this one and this one, except this one is brighter. These two look similar on me. This one does have more orange, but it reminds me of this one. This one definitely looks like that one. And so it's like somebody mentioned that Zendo had those coral orange tones in it. It might have had 1 or 2, but Zendo was so old, like I don't even really remember what it looks like. And I had Zendo and I really did enjoy it. And so my thought was, after I do like 5 looks with this palette, and then once I have a solid opinion of it, maybe to mix, like how I mixed some retro glam in with Xenon, and I mixed some retro glam in with the glam palette, and I really like those palettes. And what that told me was that I really did like retro glam. It was only like a handful of shades, maybe like 4 or 5 shades that did not show up on me, because when I thought about it, I'm like, okay, I have 4 in Xenon, I have like 4 in glam, so that's like 8 shades out of 17, and then I have 1 in my Yucca palette, so that's 9 shades out of this. So it was only like 6 shades that really didn't do anything for me. And so when I look at these two together, yeah, so I'm really thinking I most likely will end up mixing them, because some of these I do like. Hey, Sunsaray. Yeah, this is Bloom on my face. You tell me. And believe it or not, there's 2 shadows right here, and one you can't even hardly see. This is that one that Natasha called out, the icy something dual chrome, but to me it just looks silver. And also this, we put this color here and put Equinox on top of it. So that's what Equinox looks like on top of that. Then we took one of these and put here and put Equinox on top of it. So that shows us that Such a racer, girl, I will take that on my list in that case. the first time I had a loud, long laugh without coughing since I've been sick. So thank you for that laugh, Desiree. You helped me realize that I am a whole lot better. But what this showed me is that this does look different over other shadows. Like Sunray. And Sunray was an impulse buy. I had even told Bestie I'm not buying it. Next thing I know, I bought it. And I'm just like, well, what the hell? Thank God, listen, lock at all. Yeah. And so, but it is nice to know that over different shadows, it does look different. And so how many, so that does, I just have to remember to put this on top of something else because I do like how this looks over something else because otherwise it would just be in a corner or under my brow bone for that shade. And that's the one everybody's like, oh, you see that blue shift? And I'm like, I don't see blue. I just see, like right now, I just see silver. And I did tilt the light because before it was like this. And that to me just looks silver. And so I did tilt it down some, but it's still, people are like, oh, like, oh, they don't. I'm like, I don't see what y'all see. How many shades would it, how many shades, says Janet, would make it a good palette for you? At least, my answer is, I don't know how many shades, because all of them, because for me, it's important to like and use the entire palette. If I'm going to buy a palette and not use 3 of the shades, I feel like I wasted my money. Why is it there? And that's why I mix like Z9 with Retro Glam and Retro Glam with Glam. And I really like them. And I do enjoy the whole entire palette. And surprisingly, I really do like I Need a Nude, which to me is just like mind boggling. But, and so that's why, like, if I am committing to doing 5 looks. I always make my palette work. I think about my corn. Yeah, and some people do that. They will mix, they will pair, and do all of that. But for me, instead of pairing palettes, just swap out colors. Like these two, that don't, this show up a tiny bit. This one don't show up at all. And then this one is that one. That's not really there either. And so, like, why are you in here? And I'm not mad at the palette. Somebody, I had to laugh. I forget what palette it was. It was Roxa. And I was saying how, you know, I didn't really care for the palette. I looked at my gallery. I realized how many purple looks I have. And somebody had commented, don't blame the palette because I have other purple eyeshadow looks. And I commented back, like, how could I blame a palette? It is what it was created to be. So I was just like, that was just weird to me. It is what it is. It doesn't have thought. It doesn't make decisions. It is what it was created to be. So how can I blame it? But people hear different things than what I say. So it was funny to me, actually. And so what'll happen is after the 5 looks with this palette, it is going to challenge me like it did with Xenon before I switched it up, to do different shapes, different color combinations, do some graphic stuff. But the shades that don't show up, they're not going to show up. So it's just like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna lay down one of those shades that don't show up and put Equinox on top and see if that changes it. So I'm committing to 5 looks with Bloom. It might be 2 different videos. 3 looks and then 2 looks. And what I'm really not feeling, I'm going to swap out with bronze, because with bronze, I think I might have just said it, like what looks like what. This is similar to that. This is similar to this. This is just a darker version of that. These 2 look similar. And so if something looks in these 2, this one is just a little brighter. I do like the looks I've done with bronze, but it's just all monochromatic. But this palette, to me, is like I Need a Nude. It's easy to use. It's no mess. Whatever I do, it's going to look nice because it's monochromatic. I did just do 2 looks focusing on these 2 shades. But for Bloom, if it's more than like 4 shades that I'm just like, then I may, I don't know. Because y'all know I'll be giving stuff away in a minute. I do like these 2, but then I'm not sure. Because where is this one? Is this one that one? I think so. I like this. I like that. I like this. I like this one. I think that's this one. Yeah, so I like this one. I like these 2. Well, this one is iffy. But that would be nice for blend out. And so if it's only like 5, I know Sons of Ray. For $69, I'm not making nothing work. And so what it'll come down to is if I'm just not really feeling it, period, or if I can make it work by switching out the shades, because sometimes when I switch up a palette, I put it in Macari, somebody buys it. And so, or somebody I know that likes the shades, I'll give it away. But if I'm really not feeling it at all, I will be checking the return policy. And if I'm not able to return it, it'll go in my Macari store. But I'm a clown. I'm a troll clown, Sunzer. I paid full price for this. But if there's enough shades in here, I would mix some of these in with the bronze shades that look alike, because it would make a difference, because it's just bronze shades and those gold type shades in the bronze palette. So, but we'll see. But that's my thought, is because there's only like 3 in here that really look like another one in here. But looking at, yeah, that it definitely does need more depth. Yeah, they are magnetic, and yeah, you just pop a pen in it, paperclip or something, to pop the shadow out. But we will see. I'm going to wait until I am sweating. I'm going to wait until you do your looks before. And keep in mind my complexion too, Tony. Are you a little bit darker than me, or are you about the same as me? Because just like lighting, complexion is everything. Mug shot, Sally. Yeah, that was looking crazy. Went from glowworm to mug shot because of the lighting. And so I don't think it's a bad palette. It just depends on your complexion and what you like. Because there are some people who do just like they're not their eyeshadow looks. And if that's you or any of you, then yeah, this will work for you. But I do like how it looks with bronze. But I know I don't think I would still use every shade in Bloom. And so either it's going to get mixed or get sold the way it is. And so same complexion. Oh, okay. Okay, that'll be good then once you see the looks that I do. And we'll see. But I do like how these look together. Minus like this shade, because that looks like something that can be in the bronze palette. So we're going to do one more thing. We were going to take one of them rose shades, weren't we? We're going to take Ren, because it is a lighter shade. And we are going to put that right here. And we're going to put Equinox on top just to see. Because if Equinox changes with whatever I put on it, that'll be an incentive to keep it. So this shade is this one. Then I'm going to go into Equinox again. It looks pink when I look over this way. And when I look where you are, I don't know what color that looks like to me. So we're going to put Equinox on top of it. It made it look darker. You know, they brought out the pink. That's what it was. That's what it is, I mean. Because this is Equinox up here. This is Equinox on top of a pink shade. This is Equinox over top of this. This is Equinox over top of one of these. So that is good to know. So it will probably just be a topper. And I normally don't top shades, but I think with Equinox, I think it is something I would do just for something different. And y'all know I don't do something different often. But so this is Bloom. 5 looks. I think I did 5 with Xenon when I got it. And it really did challenge me. And I do like bronze. It's just 2 of the shades look like 2 of the other shades. And so I wouldn't miss taking them out. But I need it to be more if I'm going to, I think some of those peaches, it needs to be more than just 2 shades for me to switch the palette. Because if it's only like 2 shades that I want to keep or get rid of from bronze, I'll just leave it like it is. Then that means, what am I going to do with Bloom? Yeah, don't impulse buy, y'all. I think some of those peaches with some of the pinks and greens from Retro Glam would be pretty. I think so too, Janessa, except I have Retro Glam and Xenon, and I have some Retro Glam and Glam, and I have one Retro Glam in my Yucca palette. Because I took that palette apart, and I like the palettes that I made it into, that I switched them into. And I don't even really wear peaches. And so I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking? Impulse buy, straight impulse buy. Y'all know I don't, look at, y'all know. Like right here, yeah, these, yeah, this one, yeah, this one, this one blend out, But, and if it's all about just the sparkly, I have Lethal for that. Y'all know Lethal shows the hell out. And I have Notoriously Morbid. Y'all know those show the hell out. So, what the fuck? Okay, let's just say I took one for the troll team. Yeah, let's just say that. Because y'all know, like, what? And I don't smoke weed. But I'm like, was I high? Like, I got an email and they said I ordered it. And I'm just like, and when I got the shipment notification, I'm like, damn, I really did buy it. Like, what the hell? Um, I'm hoping it will surprise me. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But it definitely has one, two, three. We'll just say three because these are close. Three dark shades. I do like that one. But this over here, like, where? So the next few days, I'll be doing looks with this palette. Well, probably the rest of the week, unless I manage to do 2 in 1 day, which I would have to space it out like 4 or 5 hours. Like put a look on, then wash it off right away. Put on my eye creams, eye serums, half-ass my skincare since I know I'm gonna wash that off again soon. And then wait like 3 or 4 or 5 hours and then do the second look. That's the only way I can do 2 looks in 1 day. Like people who do a look, take it off, do another one, my eyelids be like, oh hell no. And it lets me know that my eyelids aren't happy. When I saw that palette, you came to mind, that's why I texted you. I know, and I kept that as a secret because I'm just like, well, not a secret, but I was just like, I felt like such a freaking clown because this is not me. But neither is I Need a Nude, which I absolutely love. The presentation is just so appealing to the eye. It is a pretty palette. It is pretty. But then the question is this your color story? Is it mine? No. She knows her presentation. She knows packaging, right? Like look at that. Um Also I want to point out that as she usually does, she does her palettes in a way where you can do in diagonals, you can do in quads. And even if you wanted to do this, that's a look. If you wanted to do this, that's a look. This is a look. Use this for lash line. This is a look. That's a look. You can do this quad right here. You can do these four right here. You can do these four. You can do these four. So she does her palettes in a way that it is easy to do looks. And aside from having similar shades, just a slightly different undertone, number one, I think that gives something for everybody when she does have multiple shades that look the same or almost the same. Just the undertone is different because people have different undertones. Things look different on different complexions. So that's one thing. But the other thing is, I think she also does that because if you do want to use this in quads, this quad is going to look different than this quad. You see what I'm saying? If you do these three, that looks going to be different than these three. And even if you do diagonals, you can come here. You see what I'm saying? Or you can have a look a little bit darker, excuse me for stammering. You can do that. If you want like just straight monochromatic shimmer, you got this right here. And so I do get her vision. And so I do think that's why some of her shades do look a little similar because different undertone. And then you can do this quad without using these three and then going up here. You know what I'm saying? And that was a complaint with Metropolis. They were like, it's too many tans. Hey, hell, I loved every last one of them tans. And if she re-released Metropolis, I would buy it in a heartbeat. That was one of my favorite palettes because I had my mustardy grunge, I had my smoke, I had ethereal, which I don't still do. I had colorful with those deep blue greens that she had, and people complain they look the same, but on me they didn't. And so I understand her vision of why she sets palettes the way that she does. And the quality, yes, Janet, her quality is top notch. It's just the color story. For me, it always comes down to the color story. But this right here is like, where the hell? Like, you ain't even come to the party. You just came to the gate and just kept walking. You ain't even come into the house. Like, but so yeah, that's gonna kind of be it, y'all. Yeah, well, I'm gonna do some looks this week. I'm gonna try and get them out by the end of the week. You know what? We'll do quicker than that because we'll just do one look, one eye instead of like a whole thing. So doing one look each eye and one complete look, I might can get that all in one video if I'm time conscious because some of my videos be like 35 minutes just for one look. But I think, yeah, I think we'll try and do that just to get the looks done. And I don't prefer one look each eye because then you can't see the whole thing. It's just like, oh yeah, that, you know. But yeah, so that's going to be it for tonight, y'all. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for your time. Thank you for coming to this party. I don't get the hype with Equinox that she was trying to hype it. I like longer videos too. Because trying to find another video to watch every like 10 or 15 minutes, I'm like, no, I'll just watch a movie. Because I just want to put something on and just enjoy it. But, so that may be what we do. But, right now I'm on the fence. Excuse me. And it may end up mixed with bronze, but I like enough of bronze the way it is to not mess with it. It's only like 2 shades I would take out of here, maybe 3, which doesn't leave a whole lot for these shades. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to go because I feel like I'm starting to babble. But that's my thought process about this. Do I regret buying it? No, I don't, because it's an experience. It will cause me to try something new, and it's going to challenge me, which is good because I don't want to get stuck doing the same thing the same way every single time. And we'll just see what happens from here. And so that'll be it. If there's any closing comments, don't forget, y'all. I think all of y'all in here know, but for the replay crew, I do have a membership, and so check out that and see if the perks are appealing to you. And if so, we would love to have you. And I say we because my other official troll they be trying to build up the community too. So, but we're gonna go. Yeah, that'll be it. So you'll see me later this week with some looks with the Bloom palette. And we'll see. So as always, self-acceptance, self-love. Yes, lives are fun. I like doing lives. Thank you, Jenna, for being here, and everybody else that was here. I don't want to start calling names because I'll forget somebody, and then I'll feel bad. But as always, self-acceptance and self-love, that is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon. Bye.